Hey there, River City Church. Pastor Brad here. Excited to be able to share with you the plans that we have made to be able to start gathering again as a body in a socially distanced way for this next weekend, June 21st at 10 a.m. right back here in our building at 940 Clancy Northeast. One thing I just want to ask for you in this period is patience, both with us as a leadership team and those who are serving you on the weekends, as well as with each other. This has been a difficult time and continues to be a difficult season for many as we deal with a world changed in many ways by the coronavirus pandemic, as well as we want to do our best to mitigate further spread of this virus. And so the guidelines below are our best effort to try and provide a safe environment for you to gather, but there are just inherent risk with going out and gathering with other people. We don't think you should be or need to be fearful about coming and gathering again, but if you are uncomfortable gathering, that is okay. If you have any sort of illness or especially if you have any symptoms related to coronavirus, we'd ask you to stay home, and we're going to have a live stream going on Facebook so you can still connect in that way during this season. You know, digital ways to gather as a body aren't perfect, but they are a blessing in this season when we haven't been able to gather together in person. If you are comfortable gathering together and planning on coming out to worship with us in person on Sunday or any of the future Sundays coming up, if you would either read the guidelines, if you're on our website right now, below this post, or we'll be sharing those with this video on Facebook and other social media today. I need you to read those guidelines and just take and make mental notes of the things that we're going to expect and require of you so that we can gather as safely as possible. A few things with that. We're not going to be able right now to have River City Kids going. Personally, I'm just really sad about that because I love the way that our kids get to gather and worship, but I am excited to have them in service. So parents are going to need to plan for your kids to sit with you in service and bring a coloring book or materials that might be helpful to them to either take notes or have something physical to do during the service. We're going to be gracious, understanding that sometimes kids make noise or need a hand, and we love them for that. Second, we are going to ask that as you enter, if you are medically able, that you wear a mask as you enter and as you exit the building. Once you're seated in one of these 6-foot spaced apart pods of seats with your household, you can go ahead and take that mask off for the entirety of the service, other than when we sing at the end. We will place those masks back on, just again to do everything we can to be able to worship together in song, but to have that be at the end of the service so we're not spending as much time singing together and in this space while we're singing, as well as using those masks to mitigate any spread that might happen via singing together. We want to do our best to love our community and to love each other well. And so as you read these guidelines, just take those things into account and notice the changes that we're putting into place so that we can safely gather together while at the same time being able to worship our God together. And so, like I said, a season where we want to have a lot of grace and understanding with each other as we work through this new way to gather. But I do want us to be excited for the way that things have shifted and the fact that we can gather for this season. We're going to be ready. We don't know what's going to come. And so maybe we will be back to doing exclusively online services for a time period. Maybe things will continue to progress and we'll get to do a more normal type of gathering like we were accustomed to in the past. No matter what is important is that our mission hasn't changed. Our mission is to glorify God by proclaiming the gospel to our city and ourselves. Our services are just one way that we proclaim the gospel, that we remind ourselves of it, but ultimately they are to point us and encourage us about the mission of carrying the gospel to our city, our state, and our world that we are on, as well as reminding ourselves of our great need for Jesus and his provision. I can't wait to gather with you, church, on Sunday, and can't wait, Lord willing, as things continue to improve and we spend time with each other more and more in the future. I love you, church. Stay safe. I am praying for you and can't wait to spend more time with you soon. See you this weekend.